deal, folks? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tyler Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, let me say welcome. Let me also say thank you for checking out. But do me a favor, don't subscribe to my channel yet. Get an idea who I am and what this channel is about and what my beliefs and all that stuff is before you jump on board. By doing that, it's going to help you in the long run. Trust me, it's going to help you if you're going to end up participating in the live chats, all kind of stuff. Trust me. Get an idea who I am. How do you do that? Go on my channel, right? You can see where to say playlist. Click on playlist. It's going to bring up a bunch of different videos, right? Click on everything that has nothing to do with reaction videos. Don't look at me reacting to videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to laugh videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to cringe videos. Look at everything else that I do and things that I talk about so you can actually know who I am and what I'm about before you jump on board. And if you are of the faith, then do me a favor as well. You can subscribe to this channel right here. Oh God, this is crazy. Right here. See that? The little black box right there. You see that? It might be a little dot that's going to pop up right there. And that's how you get over to my other channels called MRM Ministries, where I do a lot of things reacting to Christian music. And I'm doing things where we talking about Christian related stuff, which is pretty much human related stuff. But you just get it from a perspective of a Christian, how Christians should react. Yada, 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 peanut butter. Okay. What is going on, folks? This right here says MRM. I know you've done a lot of comedy things on here with different people like Bill Burr, etc. But go way back in time. People that got folks that you talk about on your show sometimes. You talk about Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy and different comedians and such. But this guy right here is like the godfather to them all. Even Richard Pryor, they all pay homage to this guy. This is Red. He had a show called Sanford and Son. My grandma used to talk about Sanford and Son all the time. My grandma on my dad's side used to always talk about Sanford and Son. And yeah, I think I know about him. They say Fred Sanford. They used to always say Fred Sanford, Fred Sanford. Do you hear that? I know that because that was in Martin. So they was giving homage to that by doing that. And also that's something that me and my brothers then would do. If we saw a hoopty riding down the road, we would do that. But to say his stand-up comedy, I never seen it. The only thing I ever seen, I think, him in was my mom and them, we were kids. Back in those days, I guess you could. They took us to the theaters. They went to go see Harlem Nights. I will never forget it. Yep, Harlem Nights. That's where I remember seeing. They was like, that's Fred Sanford right there. So anyway, quit talking about all that. This right here is supposed to be one of his stand-up things that this person wants me to do. And they said, you should get a kick out of this. And it's called Fred on Midget Fighting. So give me a second here. And I'm getting ready to go right on into it, all right? So here we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you if you applauded. If you didn't applaud, I hope your home burns down. If I knew where it was, it would. I'm only kidding, though, seriously. I want you to know that tonight my subjects will vary. You watch. You think I'm lying. To begin with, we'll mention Stephen Foster, who wrote many beautiful tunes. Oh, I don't remember them because that kind of music don't thrill me. I like James Brown, B.B. King. But, you know, tote that barge and you lift that veil. Steve, you lift that veil yourself. Some people aren't built for labor. I wouldn't help 76 longshoremen lift up a wet butterfly. But that's what I have to do to support my family. They can forget it, because I don't have but two. One ugly wife and an ugly daughter. See, ugly parents are the cause of ugly kids. You follow an ugly kid home and see on somebody ugly open the door. A friend of mine is just a nice tan, sir. My goodness. If we ever took over, you could pass. But, no, I want to tell you some other stuff. See how my stories vary right away? See, because I have to skip 6 to get to a nice one. But if you ever catch me in a nightclub, I'm good in nightclubs. I swear to President... Oh. I watch that noise behind me. You have to be careful. You don't know who belongs to what group. Anyway, this guy came home one night. He thought his wife, you know what I mean, was just suspicious. She said, don't you never say nothing about you. You don't have to never worry about me when you go out. I'm true to you. And he said, well, listen. He got his gun out the drawer and got his knife out of his pocket, opened his knife and started honing it. You know, he's sharpening it up real good. She said, what are you doing, honey? He said, see them blue suede shoes under the bed? If ain't nobody in them, I'm going to shave. That's the way another guy was suspicious. He walked home. He was in the bathroom shaving. And he was shaving, had his face in the mirror, and he get ready to take, and he looked behind him, and the bathroom curtain was closed. So he turned around, you know, he opened the bathroom curtains, the guy standing in the tub. The guy in the tub said, man, shut those curtains, I ain't through voting yet. See, you must have hurry up and get it over with because you're slowing me down. You probably won't get a chance to see me no more. Maybe my brother will be back in New York. There's three of us, Ed, Red, and Ned. Triplets, born 45 minutes apart. Triplets. I'm one of triplets. My dad came to the hospital. He saw my mother and he saw the kids laying in the crib. Three of us. He looked at my mother and said, Mary, you pick out the one you want because I'm going to drown them other two. That's how I learned how to swim. I didn't mind to swim, was getting out that bag full of cats. My dad hated cats too. Me, I don't hate cats, but I'm not going to kill my family in a station wagon ducking a black cat. Oh, that can happen to you. You be drunk. Look out for that black cat. Everybody dead. Canary, dog, everybody. I run over all cats. I don't care what color they are. I'm not going to wreck my $7,000 automobile ducking no 28-cent cat. That's bad arithmetic. The way I figure 7,000 goes over 28 one time with nothing left over. I don't hate cats. I don't hate anything in the world. Only thing in the world that I hate is midgets and okra. I hate midgets. I'm not, I just don't want them around. Get mad with a midget, you can't even cut him. You got to stab him in top of the head. But don't ever fight a midget unless you've done some midget fighting previously. And, yeah, I'll stop you. Hey, another thing bugs me. Kids that cry. Boy, I was on a plane once, San Francisco to New York, kid cried all the way. Look, all the way, 5 hours and 15 minutes. Lady looked at me with Circle Kennedy Airport. She said, sir, I don't know what to do with this baby. I said, well, I sure wish I could raise this window. But you know who's miserable? Couples that are married with no kids, no children in the house. They don't know what it means to give up so your child can have, to do without something. Childless couples don't know what it means to sit out on the couch in a big wad of peanut butter. Try to watch television through grape jelly, fingerprints, fall down on a skate, break their neck. They don't know what it means to have those kids around the house, watch your little boy grow from a little acorn into a complete nut. To nurse your daughter all the way through high school and college and become a beauty, and then watch her walk down the aisle with a junkie. I was telling my daughter, I have a daughter 19. You hear a horn?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I always watch everything. And you never get to be careful. I never belong to any group because I don't march. I'll catch a cab and meet them, but I ain't never marched. But if people found more love and more understanding and more trying to, don't put people down. There's a scene at the cemetery. There's a Chinese fella putting food on the grave of his friend. Food, a lot of rice and those things that you fry, and then shrimps and stuff. And the white fella putting flowers on the grave. He looked over, Chinese fella said, when you expect your friend to come up and eat that food? Chinese fella said, about the same time your friend come up and smell them flowers. I just want to donate. Hey, let me tell you a nice story. This is good. His wife went to one of those spiritualists, and the spiritualist connected him with his wife who had passed, with her husband. And she said, John, he was gone. She said, John, are you happy where you are? He said, I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. She said, you're happier than you were on earth? He said, oh, so much happier than I was on earth. She said, are you happier than you were with me? He said, oh, yes, darling, I'm just happy. She said, well, how is heaven? He said, I'm not in heaven. Hey, thanks a lot for listening. Here's what I want to say to you before I go. Everybody, find some love for each other, will you? Because nuclear war could only bring two places together, this world and the next. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See, I can get down with that. I can get down with that. Again, I'm almost positive. I just know from whenever we know I have watching Harlem Nights, I know that he cusses whatever like that, especially things like that. But something like this, again, this was nice and clean. It was funny. I love his storytelling because he draws you in, and then when he throws in the punchline, you know, you totally get it. Like some people didn't get the last one he said. So it took some people a while to kind of get it. It's like they were kind of like, huh? Oh, ha, 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 yeah. But the whole thing with the graveyard thing, you expect to come up smell them flowers. That was awesome, man. Anyway, yeah, I like this. I really am enjoying this, man. We need a lot more of that anyway, with the laughing and all that. So it's just kind of cool that we throwing these different things in there because that's needed more. You know, we do these in a little bit of ways. You know, we throw music in there, some this video, that video, just kind of give a little bit of variety in it within these reactions, of course. But other than that, though, I really enjoyed this one. And I'm sorry, some of the ones I know y'all had a lot of comments in there because the main thing that came when I started doing the Al Bundy, his insults, people started saying, oh my God, you need to do Fred Sanford insults on some woman named, I forget who they said she was, but they talking about how he insulted somebody, how George Jefferson did it, different people like that. So I'm gonna try to get to them as I can. Okay, I promise you that. But anyway, I enjoyed this one right here as well. Thank y'all for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and get moving on. If y'all know of any other ones, old school comics with great old school comedians with great comedy, then let me know. All right, y'all can leave it in this video below. Also give it a thumbs up if you want this to be circulated around the YouTube analytic world. All right, appreciate that. And if you've been with me for more than 2 months, you should know me by now. Go ahead and sub. I said no. Anyway, y'all know what to do. You heard the intro. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.